What's up, guys? Today's video is going to be about helping others, doing things that you may not want to do, but trying to help people out because you can. So I was going to make a different video today. I have no idea what I was going to make it about. The reason this just came in my head is I was going down the road and I'm going out to go ride. I was going to go find my way to my usual little hooligan area, and as I'm going down the road, I thought they were kids, but it was two old people sitting in their wheelchairs, and then some younger lady, probably in her 30s, you know, who is helping them, or their daughter or something, and she was sitting there with them, and they had a flat tire on the side of the road, and she had her spare tire behind them, and they were on a super busy road, but there's a lot of cars around and stuff. Not a great place to sit. And I said, oh my gosh, what a dumb place to sit. And then I thought, hey, I can go help them. I work on cars, I work on motorcycles, I know all about mechanics, and I said I could go help them. And I said, oh, that would be annoying. I'm going out to have a fun day to ride, and I want to just go ride around. I just spent all morning working on this. I had the forks off, the triple clamp off, the front wheel off, handlebars off, doing all kinds of work. The last thing I wanted to do was stop on the side of a busy road and help a lady. And so I drove past, and then I kept going, and I went 4 minutes down the road probably, turned around, and I said, alright, I'll go ask them if they need help. And so I rolled up on her, asked her if she needed help. She said they were good, they have someone coming. And I said, alright, I wasn't gonna bother her. I wasn't gonna say, hey, let me change your spare tire, or I'm gonna steal your car. You know, it's some hooligan person. She doesn't know that I know anything about mechanics or any of that stuff. So I just say, okay, well, no worries. Offered to help. I didn't help, so I'm not changing my own horn or anything. I did nothing there. I literally drove up, said 30 seconds, you good, gave her a thumbs up, and drove away. I didn't help, so don't count that as anything, right? But my thing is I just did something I didn't want to do, and it was super awkward, really uncomfortable. I drove up with pure dread, and I didn't have to help. You know, I didn't have to keep going, but I didn't have to go back. But there was an opportunity for me to do something. I mean, imagine that was your mom and your grandparents sitting on the side of a busy road, kind of like this one, with a flat tire on their car, and they don't know how to change it. I spent all day working on stuff. What's another 5 minutes to swap to a spare tire, or even offer to help, you know, just to be kind enough to say, if they didn't have someone coming, they didn't have someone come to help them, to offer to help her out. You know, what does it matter? Sometimes helping people doesn't have anything to do with what you want to do. You know, I did not want to help her. I'm being honest. I literally want to go riding. I did not want to deal with that. I didn't want to turn around. I'm trying to burn a bunch of gas out of my fuel tank before it sits for a few days, and so I was like, alright, well, last thing I wanted to do, but I went ahead and did it. And I did it because Jesus did stuff that he didn't want to do. When Jesus was on this earth, he always talked about, how long do I have to suffer these people? Or he says that, I don't know, you know, he just says it, and he's God. He's out here helping people. He's out doing all this stuff that if we just listen to God and pay attention to him and whatever else, sometimes wouldn't happen to us. And sometimes you got to set yourself to be number two and genuinely think, what would Jesus do? What if, you know, Jesus calls us to live a life like him and to do our best to spread his word, and they'll know you by your fruits, right? And so that means going out and doing what you can to make the world a little better place. And if that means taking fun time out of your riding after you just spent all morning working on it, to spend 5 minutes to offer to help some poor lady on the side of the road. She had a real nice car. She's not poor, I'm just saying unfortunate circumstance. But see what I mean? There's always opportunity to put yourself number two. I didn't even have to help. I mean, she didn't even need help. I'm out riding now. I just took a new route today, a little extra scenic view, so not even a big deal. Just something to think about. Don't put yourself first. Think about if that was you on the side of the road. Maybe some of you don't know how to change a spare tire, and that could have been you sitting on the side of the road, and you didn't have anyone to help. Like me, my family and my friends, everyone I know lives outside 8 hours away from me, so if I needed help, I'm screwed. Imagine I didn't know how to do that and I'm sitting on the side of the road with my spare tire, can't get anywhere. Would you rather pay a $500 tow truck or have this hooligan on a dirt bike roll up next to you and change your tire for 5 minutes and get on your way, and then just go pay a tire shop $30 to fix your tire? I mean, if you have the opportunity to help someone, you should do it. That's all I'm saying. Think about if that were you. Put yourself in their shoes. Two old people sitting there with her, you know, it's not cold out, 60 degrees, but old people like the heat. There's got to be 90 for them to take their sweatshirt off, you know. I don't know. I'm just saying this can be applied in a lot of different ways. You know, Jesus did it in his way, in my way. As an airline pilot, a lot of time it's taking a minute out of I flew as fast as I could, rushed to get home. I have all these big plans to come home and watch Netflix and do nothing. And then I'm walking out of the terminal and someone asks me how to get to where the Ubers pick you up. Or they ask me, hey, where's baggage claim? How do I get there? Where's pre-check? And then I got to stand there and talk to them. And then they ask me questions and you be nice to them. Sometimes just talking to someone, making them feel like they're not worthless, can be helpful, and apply it to your own life. Maybe you work at an office job, or you just say hi to the printer guy every day, or you say you're kind to the IT person when something breaks, and know that they're doing their best. Everyone's life is hard, you know. Everybody has a hard life. Not you might having a bad day, someone else might be having a twice as bad day. So don't treat them like crap and then use it as an excuse to say my day was bad. I didn't want to take my whole motorcycle apart and work on it last night. I was super annoyed I had to do that because I loosened one wrong bolt, this bolt right here, and then my bearing dropped down, so I had to pull the forks. Maybe I didn't have to. Roast me in the comments, whatever. I took it all off, greased everything, put it all back together the right way this morning, and I didn't want to do that. And the last thing I wanted to do was go out on my nice test ride to see if my front wheel falls off or my forks, you know, enjoying my nice day, and then have to go pull on the side of a busy road and offer to change someone's tire. I didn't want to do that. But the point is you don't have to want to help someone. You don't have to show up at a food shelter with a smile on your face and be ecstatic to be there. But the point is that you get your stupid self out there. That's how I have to look at it. I don't want to do these things. Jesus probably didn't want to have to come die on the cross for us. But the thing is that it's worth it in the end. It's worth it knowing that, oh, maybe at least she knew she wasn't alone there. She could have gotten help if she needed it. At least those old people, maybe they see someone on their dirt bike and they don't automatically hate them. Now, I don't know. I'm just saying, whatever way you can, help someone else out. Jesus helped us out. He did what he probably didn't want to do, and he came on this earth and suffered less, suffered dying on a cross, suffered miserable things for us. So if it takes 3 seconds out of my day to go help someone else, you can do the same thing. That's what Jesus calls us to do. Love one another. They'll know you by your fruits. You can walk up and down the street, tell everyone you love them, and you can tell people they matter and that they're worth something. But when they're sitting on the side of the road with a spare tire and you got a jack in your car and a tire iron, and you are a professional mechanic or something, and which I'm not, I just know how to do it. I'm just saying, if that was you and you drive right past them, are you living like Jesus would? Do you think Jesus would have stopped and offered to help them fix their car? I mean, he definitely would have. He probably had more important matters to attend to, but I don't. And so I can help people where I am. Meet people right where they are, because that's what Jesus does for you. He meets you right where you are. So you should meet people right where they are. If you see an old person that needs help crossing the street or something like that, go help them. Who cares? Who cares? I know it's embarrassing to have people see you on the side of the road. It's embarrassing to see you helping someone. Sometimes it's embarrassing. Swallow your pride. Jesus doesn't tell us that we need to be, you know, Hannah Montana, to live the perfect life. Everything's always good. I don't know. You just see what I'm saying? Just suffer the consequences. Look stupid. Go help people when you can. Love them. You know, show your love for them in your actions. It might suck. You might not like doing it. You might do it with a frown on your face, but be nice to them while you're doing it. Don't pull over on the side of the road, help someone. Oh, you idiot. You need help with this. I'll get it. So you're not blocking traffic. Be mean to them. Don't make them feel dumb. Just say, hey, do you need help? And whatever that might be, whether it's fixing a tire on the side of the road or helping someone pick up their homework that they all dropped and made a mess on the floor. Go help them out. So that's today's video, is help people out even when it's embarrassing, when it's not fun, when you don't want to. Jesus would have done the same for you. It was inconvenient, I'm sure, for Jesus to die on that cross, and you know what, I can suffer the minor inconvenience that it was for me to pull over and ask some old people and that lady if they need a little bit of help. So if I can do it, you can do it too. Trust me, I'm just as socially awkward, uncomfortable talking to new people, everything else as anyone else. So if I can do it, so can you. Just remember, Jesus loved you, so love other people. And don't worry about being embarrassed about it. Sometimes if you're embarrassed about it, or someone makes fun of you for being nice to the weird kid at school or helping someone pick up their homework, just be a jerk, knock their homework on the floor, and then don't help them pick it up. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But I'm just saying, put your pride away and be willing to help others when you have the opportunity to. If you're late to work or something, you see that and you drive by, sometimes you do what you gotta do, but if you can, you should. One thing that I always saw was you gotta answer for the things you didn't do to Jesus too. When you're in Judgment Day standing in front of God and you say, he asks you about these things, you gotta say what you didn't do. And you don't wanna have a long list of what you didn't do and then the 3 things you did do. But yeah, just honor God, show him that by showing it to other people. And God said the best way you can bless him is to bless other people. It's a direct blessing to the face of God when you help other people and you bless them and you do what you can, especially the people that you don't have to, or the poor, or someone that really needs it. Really long drawn out video on that topic, but yeah, that's it for today. Good. See you guys.